Hey, it's Todd again. This is going to be probably my last video that is longer, but we're talking about experimentation. I like experimenting with different blocks and things. So one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to save this world because as soon as I'm done with it so that you can come back to it, I'm going to call it Explorations with Todd. Explorations with Todd. So I'm going to first start with bringing in a device that I made with a bunch of different blocks. So you don't have to keep finding them. In my library, it'll be in my devices under my devices, right? And I call it Crazy Kit. Crazy Kit. Now, this Crazy Kit has a bunch of different of the advanced blocks and devices that are already in the in my library, but I wanted to have them all in one place so I could start messing around with them, right? So here's what I'm going to show you. One of the things is my favorite thing to do is, well, first they're all grouped together so I can move them around anywhere. And first let me take this and change the color of the background. It's a little less bright. And since this is all grouped together, I've got to ungroup them. So I click one of the devices and go to my radial menu, hit more and go ungroup. And now you can see that they're all kind of selected. So I got to click somewhere off out of the selection, and then none of them are selected. Now I can look at things like this pencil. This pencil's cool because I can click on it with my grip button and grab it, and then click on it again to let it go. But if I want to draw something, let me change the color here. I want to change it to, let's do a black. Why not? Okay, so now it's a black color. Now, if I just hold it with my grip button and then I press my trigger button, look what happens. I guess it wasn't exactly just completely black, but whatever. So now I can draw whatever I want to draw. But I also can move it. So I got to move it right where I started it, which is right there. So you always got to pay attention to where you start things. Now, if you don't want this pencil laying around, you can move the pencil way out there and then still find your beginning spot and move it around. Yeah? You can even copy it. And now I got two of these things. Now I got to find that. Where is it? There it is. Okay, you got to find that and then find that. Now I got these two cool things. Let me move them out of the way, though. Now, what's great about having these two random drawings that I just did is that I can do actually things with them. One thing is I can mirror them. So if I mirror that, all I got to do is, I can use my repeat block, and that's what this is. It's a repeat block. And the repeat block comes with a few different things. It comes with this whole thing that tells you how many different things you can mirror at once, or you can mirror it many times, or do a bunch of things with it. But you can also move around how it mirrors. See? I can actually change the mirroring function like this. Yeah. Now, one thing I learned is that you can't mirror two of these things at the same time. It mirrors one or the other. But that's fine because we can just make another one of these devices, can't we? We can click on this, copy, and then take that off, and then go over here, and now we've got two of them, right? And then we can do the same thing with this where we're moving the oh, I see. It was being sort of a baby about it. Okay, now, so I can move that one, and I can move this one. But what if I wanted them to do something sort of in a synchronized way by itself? Well, let me show you a really cool block for that. This is a preset manager. Preset manager is very, very powerful. Now notice it has things like states, connections, visibility, and positions. Now, since I don't know what all of those things mean yet, I'm just going to turn them all on, and this device up here, or this thing up here, is going to notice what happens with all of these things. Now, but I just wanted to move these, so these things are doing kind of like boink, 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 like that, right? So I just want this to be watching this and this. Now, you might be guessing, oh, the presets must mean that you can move it a certain way, then set it as a preset. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to keep in the first way on this first preset. So I set it, then I'm going to move it in a crazy way, and that's going to be preset 2. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's great. So if I want to go from preset 1 to preset 2, am I going to just come up here and press it? Well, you can, or you can come over here and take this clock block and connect it to a sequence loop, and take the sequences and connect them to the that one didn't connect. Connect them to the presets. Oop. You know what? I've always been able to do it easier with the rhythm block, so I'm going to do that. Now, with the rhythm block, this is a rhythm block. It doesn't. You can shift it into a certain rhythm, and look, our drawing just turned into this crazy animation. But you might be thinking, well, okay, that's cool and everything like that for visuals, but what if I wanted to add music to it? Well, you can. And so one of the ways I've been using music in here is by taking one of my favorite devices, the acidic sequencer. And so I'm going to bring that in. And here he is, giant acidic sequencer. Let's put you down here. And then I can take this trigger out, and instead of the rhythm block changing the sequence, the trigger out from the acidic is going to change it. Okay? Boy, we're getting messy. Okay. Is that easier? A little bit? Sort of. Okay. I'm going to move you out of the way. You move you out of the way. And then I'm going to press play. Let's try it a little bit more interesting. Oh, I see why. Yeah. So that's one of the things you can start doing. You can mess around with the different ways that the different blocks can work together. This is a fun one. I like using the clock and the rotor together, and then I can have it adjust to. I'm going to take this off for a minute. You have it talk to a group of things. Come on, there you go. And then you put the clock on it. Okay? Now I've got to look at the thing, and now it's going around me. It's going kind of crazy, and I hope you're not getting sick, but you probably are. This is Mr. Todd's Cacophony, and I'm signing off. Help.